1,
2,
3,
4.
Monster movie.
Fun time, go! Monster movie.
Fun time, go. Monster
Movie.
fun time.
Go!
Monster movie. Fun time, go.
With Precious D and Honey Bee.
Fun time, go!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, welcome to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. I am one of your hosts, Precious D.
And I'm the other one of your hosts, Honey Bee.
We are two best friends making our way through the history of kaiju movies. We started with 1933's King Kong, and today we are up to 2023 with, that's 90 years, folks, The Primevals. It is, in color, it's 90 minutes in English. There is no budget, there is no box office. Honeybee, I have one question for you.
Hit me.
Is this the greatest motion picture ever made?
Oh, man.
Did you do any reading about this movie? Did you see any of the background of it?
No.
This movie
Negative.
was in development for over 50 years.
Oh, shit.
In one form or another. This guy, David Allen, was working on this, went through a couple of different story changes. The initial photography was done like in the 80s, and then they didn't have the money to finish it.
Oh, shit.
And then after he died, what's his name? Charles Band? This is from Full Moon Entertainment, folks, or Full Moon Pictures, which I think we've mentioned before.
Yeah, I think so.
So this guy, David Allen, he's a stop motion guy. And he had an idea for sort of a Edgar Rice Burroughs pastiche. Burroughs, he did Tarzan, of course, and he did the Mars books, but he also did some Lost World, Journey to the Center of the Earth type things with lost civilizations and that kind of stuff. And so it started out as that, and it still kind of is that. But he kept developing it and changing the story a little and updating it, and then Band revived it again in the 80s, and that's when they did the preliminary filming. But then they had some financial difficulties, and they couldn't complete it. And Allen died in 99. And then in 2018, Band launched an Indiegogo campaign to try to get the funds to complete it. And they raised $40,000. And
Wow.
then a bunch of people, many of them friends of David Allen, basically donated their services to help get it finished.
Oh, I love that.
So now you can watch it on Tubi for free. There's also like a super deluxe box set DVD of it that I can't justify actually spending the money for because it's not cheap. It's like $100 at least. Where's my notes? I actually made notes for this one because I think the summary on Wikipedia is pretty short. Yeah, let me
Nice.
get my notes out here.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Is this a kids movie or is it not?
I think it's a family film. I think it's a family
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Fun for the whole family.
Yeah. Yeah. I think in the beginning I was taking it a little bit too seriously.
Okay.
And then at one point I was like, "Oh, I think this is a kids movie," and that makes me like it so much more.
So yeah, what are your thoughts and feelings on this movie?
I mean, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the stop motion for sure. The little, I mean spoilers anyway. We're gonna spoil it, but like the lizard alien people, love their movement. You know.
Yeah.
Lady scientist, okay, our leading lady, badass. I love how like something will happen and like then she just knows everything about the situation and just like narrates the whole movie basically. She doesn't, but every time something happens, she all of a sudden has all of the information about it, and I just love that. That was another thing that made me go, is this a kids movie? Yeah, I mean, I had a great time. Like, this movie is a great time, for sure. It's definitely different. Like, I went in completely blind, so I didn't know what to expect. At first, like, the first scene, I'm like, is this a Kong ripoff? Like, Uh, but as the movie progressed, I was like, okay, I actually really, really had a great time with it. So, yeah, I really, I think it's great.
Yeah, I think it might be the greatest film ever made. Well, okay, maybe
Wow.
not, but it's got
Better
just
than
so much.
Casablanca?
It's got well, no, not better than Casablanca, but it's just got so much crazy shit going on that
Yeah, there's
the stop
so much
motion,
shit.
just fucking love it. So David Allen is listed as the director, but obviously somebody helped finish it up.
Sure.
Written by David Allen and Randall William Cook, produced by Charles Band, music by Richard Band. It's 90 minutes. The cast: Richard Joseph Paul as Matthew Connor, Juliette Mills as Dr. Claire Collier. You might be familiar more with her sister's work, Haley Mills. Are you familiar with Haley Mills?
Familiar. No.
She was in the original Parent Trap,
Okay.
and the original That Darn Cat. She was the original teacher in Saved by the Bell, that first season when it was a network show. She left when it became a syndicated show.
Oh, I never saw it.
Well, this is her older sister.
Oh.
Yeah, Haley Mills is a little bit more famous because she did a bunch of Disney stuff back in the day. Leon Russum as Rando Montana. Walker Brandt as Kathleen Rydell. Robert Cornthwaite as Dr. Lloyd Trent. Kevin Mangold as Hominid. Tai Thai as Siku. And Eric Steinberg as Tenzang. So, there we are. Okay, I'm going to try and read my own notes here. See if we can get through this plot one way or another. We start off with a Sherpa hut deep in the Himalayas. The Ancient One has returned. And there's a guy with a gun, and he's talking about how important it is to keep your gun clean. And he's going off to deal with the Ancient One, and he's got a talisman. And he's like, you're going to need this more than me. And he leaves it hanging on the door. But that may have been a mistake. We sort of switch between English and Tibetan, I guess, in this opening scenes. They're speaking Tibetan in the beginning or something that's not English. And there's subtitles. And then they switch to English. But the Ancient One is a Yeti. And I was expecting him to be white. Well, no, because I saw the poster. But normally the Yeti, also known as the Abominable Snowman, I think of as being white. But apparently in the actual folklore, it can be brown or black or even gray. So they try and fail to capture a Yeti. And I wrote brown, ?
Yeah, not only was he not white, but why are his ninnies bald?
It's got a gorilla thing going on, I guess.
He's wearing like a reverse bikini top.
Gorillas are like that. So
I guess it just looks
that's
better
what's
with
going on.
gorillas because they have like defined pecs, and this thing doesn't. He just has bald little ninnies.
So the brother gets killed. Rocks fall and the Yeti dies. And then it goes on. Somehow the body makes its way to a university where it's on display.
Which is... that's nut. Who taxidermied this Yeti? I gotta know.
Yeah. Well, and they removed the skeleton altogether and then just stuffed the skin.
And then put the brain in a
the
jar.
skin's on display. Yes. The skin is on display and the skeleton's behind scenes with the brain in a jar. But this guy, Matt Connor, some friend tells him, hey, there's a thing going on. You should go. And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, it's, I can't remember what they says, but he basically is like, you're going to want to see this, man. And Dr. Claire Collier is doing the presentation and unveils a Yeti. And Matt is all like, I was right, you fucking bitch. So apparently He had written a dissertation years ago in pursuit of his doctorate, claiming that the Yeti was real, but apparently had no proof whatsoever. So they turned down his thesis, and rather than coming up with a new one, he just quit. But he has a talk with, he stands up and asks questions, is real belligerent during the thing, but he has a talk with Dr. Claire afterwards, and she's like, yeah, you were right. But you couldn't prove it at the time, you got to be able to do that. Which is true. It's true. I don't think he had anything whatsoever.
Right.
Dr. Lloyd Trent, it's kind of like in Independence Day, Randy Quaid's character.
Uh-huh.
Who for years told everybody he was abducted by aliens. So when the aliens show up, he's like, I was right. And I'm like, were you?
Were you?
Were you right by accident? We still don't know that he was actually abducted by aliens. Or just coincidentally, right? Anyway, Dr. Lloyd Trent explains that there's evidence of surgery and controlled mutation. And that it seems to be a mishmash of animal types.
Yeah. But they also talk about how, like, the surgery is so barbaric and that pieces of the brain are, like, deliberately chosen to, like... Also, I want to say that the brain in the jar just doesn't seem big enough to me.
And I guess he uses the term chronic emotional arousal, that this surgery would have resulted in chronic emotional arousal. I'm not sure what he means by that.
Yikes. I think it just means he's aggressive and mean.
Yes. So they're all like, let's make an expedition and write a book. And I wrote, why did he think the Yeti was real with no evidence? So they're going to go meet up with a former student. They go to Tibet and they meet up with a former student and Rando, Montana.
When he says, he's like, what does he say? He's like, the name, or they're like, Mr. Montana, and he says, call me, and I swear he said Rhonda. He's like, call me Rhonda, and I was like, what?
Rondo.
Call me.
Which is the masculine form of Rhonda.
Yeah. Also, whenever the guy was
is.
like talking about the Yeti and he's like, yeah, she slipped it out of the country. I'm like, fucking how? It's like,
yeah.
How did you slip that out of the country?
Yeah. So they end up in, I said Tibet, but it's Nepal. It's all in the general area of the Himalayas. And they get mugged, but saved by Rondo, and they talk him into participating.
Also, hold on, I gotta call Rondo out. I gotta call Rondo out again here because he tells them to set their watches 10 minutes ahead. But wouldn't that make you late to everything?
No, it'd
like
make you early.
if it's 10 and you set your watch 10 minutes ahead to 10:10, right?
Yeah, then
or
then you'll arrive at 9. No, you'll arrive at 9:50. So at 9:50, you'll think it's 10 o'clock, and you'll be there.
Okay.
Of course, you'll have to have forgotten that you set your watch ahead.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, wait a second.
And apparently, this is because everybody in Nepal is like that. I don't know what he said. Something dumb. Of course, this ends up not meaning anything. It doesn't come back later in the film. They meet up with the former student, Kathleen Reed, who is not the heroic type. She says this herself, I believe.
Oh, I was like, why? Why did you say that?
Yeah.
But yeah, she does. She does say it. I think she does.
Yeah. And we see that then, and we meet up with Siku, the brother of the guy that died at the beginning, and he really supports rifle cleanliness. He calls out Rondo for his dirty rifle. It's going to jam up in the cold. And Matt gets his first rifle. Oh, he also got a knife from Rando after the mugging. He gives him the knife that he took off the mugger.
Yeah, but I love when he gives him the gun. He's like, hey, you ever handle one of these? And he's like, nope. And he's like, oh, well, here you go. Here's a loaded one. Like, what the fuck? He didn't even explain shit. Like, he was just like...
Yeah. It's a good first rifle.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh.
Rondo also says, safaris ain't what they used to be. Well, safari so goody. The eyes of a dying giraffe can change a man, Mr. Connor. This is why he doesn't. As far as as far as used to be for real men, and now it's just these rich guys. They want to take a helicopter out and be back in time to have their fancy dinner, and this guy wanted to shoot a giraffe, and so I helped him do it. But the eyes of a dying giraffe can change a man, Mr. Connor. So, there we go. That's all Rondo's backstory. And then we find a footprint, a fresh footprint. Big one. So they pitch camp.
Yeah.
And Rondo wakes up to find Siku trying to kill a Yeti.
Siku goes solo. I love later when Rondo's like arguing about it and he's like, I've seen the look in the kid's eye. And she's like, he's just a boy. And she's like, that boy wants to bag a Yeti.
Yeah. He wants to wreak his Roenge. Next morning, they find a tower with a glass top, and there's fresh tracks. And then there's some kind of avalanche, and they drop through a hole. And they say,
Damn it.
Can't climb out easily, so let's not climb out at all. But this underground passage leads them to some kind of hidden valley that is warm and tropical and whatever, there in the middle of the Himalayas, which is 2 to 3 miles wide, they estimate. So this is some very Burroughs shit here with this hidden land.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
They build a raft off screen and take a ride. Nobody has thought to bring a video recorder or a film camera or anything like that.
But the doctor does have a little tape recorder in her little...
She has a tape recorder. I think Matt takes some pictures, but mostly they're relying on Dr. Collier's sketches. Because she says anyone can take photographs. But if you're going looking for Yeti, you're going to want some definitive proof, not a bunch of fucking sketches.
Yeah, just keep in mind, and moments like this, I think it might be a kid's movie.
Yeah. And then they see some huts and some sort of hominids that might be Pithecanthropus or Australopithecus. And then there are noises in the night. Some kind of attack happens. The next day they go to the village and it looks deserted. And as they investigate, a frightened hominid runs past them.
And it's wearing
and they find
pants.
a dead one. Yeah.
I was like, what the hell?
I didn't notice that.
It was like wearing shorts. Yeah.
They find a dead one, and others were taken prisoner because they find Yeti tracks. The trail leads to a cave. And
I like how they find the dead thing, and they're like, "Oh, he's holding something," and then he picks it up and presses the button and just Men in Blacks himself. Like, what if it just erased all of their memories?
Right. So, yeah, they find some electricity and a dead half-man, half-reptile. And then I say, what's her name wanders off. Kathy, the student.
What's her name?
She's not very heroic, but she wanders off. And they find in this cave a ziggurat with a big gun and a flying saucer nearby.
Well.
And so somebody compares it to Star Trek. So they lead Sifu standing guard while they enter the saucer. Corridors lead to a room with a dead alien and a remote control that looks like a sonic screwdriver from Doctor Who. There's a holographic recording of an alien and movies of ships arriving and setting up base, and then bioengineering creatures.
I think the
creatures
hologram,
in the valley were developed by experiments. Yeah.
The hologram of the alien is so sick. I love the movement. Like, it's just so satisfying. So
apparently they did experiments in gene splicing and mutations to create the creatures in that valley. Who is doing surgery on the Yetis now? They ask.
Yeah, I love that part. He's like, well, she's like, who's doing surgery on the Yetis now? And they're like, well, now that you mention it, attack!
Yeah. Net attack. Lizard people. Matt wakes up in a cage and Rondo is tied up. I guess they didn't bother tying up Matt because they knew that he is lame. drones or workers. There's
Yeah,
lizard
yeah.
people, but they look different. Are they different aliens? And
yeah.
they take Kathy away. Matt still has a knife and a remote. Sifu is not captured, but he didn't do a very good job standing guard. Others taken to another room with big doors, and then there's some gladiator shit about to go down.
Yeah, my note is, oh shit, what is this, gladiator? And then my next note is, ha ha ha, OMG, that's why they're making the Yetis aggressive.
Yeah.
I thought this was so funny.
Cages are raised and the hominids released. Gate lowers and the Yeti enters. I wrote same species, exclamation mark, question mark. Caddy thrown into. I guess she's thrown into the gladiator thing.
Yeah,
Dr. Collins too. Yeti gets brain zapped. Rondo and Matt jump in. Rondo starts wrecking machines. Sifu kills a lizard. Matt escapes. They all try to escape, and the Yeti helps.
I was so confused. Okay, so throughout the entire film, our little lady scientist, like I said earlier, something will happen, and then she's just like, information about whatever is happening right now. And then at this part, I got kind of confused, and I'm like, what is she on about? Because she's talking about the species is so complex, something spiritual, blah 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 blah, and I have no idea what this rant was about. It's the only one in the whole film that I'm like, what?
She was talking out of her ass.
Yeah, definitely. But then the Yeti understands and saves everyone. But when that happens, Lady Scientist takes an arrow.
Yes, she hesitates as they're escaping and gets shot. Dumbass. The Yeti fights lizards and loses. Claire's long like, oh, leave me. I'm sorry we didn't get to write that book. Matt has a plan. He blasts a hole into the wall, which was a dam.
Yeah.
The big gun. He uses the big gun.
Matt, by the way, who had never used a rifle ever, now using a big alien gun. What a character arc. Yeah. Let's slow clap now for Matt.
Yeah, yeah. It's when we say gun, it's one of those big things on a turret that you use two hands to work. Chekhov's turret gun. He blasts a hole in the wall, and apparently it was a dam of some kind because water starts flooding things. And the lizards and the saucer are flooded out. Claire is dying. One last recording saying, please believe Matt. Everything he tells you is real. It's not bullshit at all. Here, look, I made sketches.
And she's like, they're all like crying around her dying body, and she's like, oh, emotions, so beautiful, so human.
A beast in the soul of man is something she says. She takes a long time to die, I wrote. Yeah. They leave, and it ends on a mountain shot. Best movie ever. I kind of like that she wanted to be left there, but then I'm also like, damn, don't you have like a family or something that's gonna like... Nope. She did not mention that at any point.
Not like a kid or anything, but just like, people who care about her, who might want her body not with the Yeti. I don't know, but it's her choice, her body, her choice. I respect it.
So there you go, folks. The Primevals, Honeybee. What do you think? What do you think?
Man, dang. I think I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I'm giving it 5. Fuck it.
Hell yeah.
Lizard men fighting Yetis in the Himalayas.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking flying saucers that don't fly anywhere. Stop motion extravaganza. And
the stop motion is just fantastic.
The whole story behind it too is the fact that this took forever to fucking make, but it finally got made. I just love it. Oh
yeah. I will say, with all of the background too and the history, I think that does bump it up quite a bit as well. Because wow, the lore around the movie is just also really great.
Yeah, folks, if you haven't seen it, go watch it right now on Tubi. It is something else.
And let us know what you think of it.
It is some delicious Edgar Rice Burroughs-esque shit. Oh, I think next week we're going to do Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken.
Yay!
I think that's streaming a couple of places. I believe it's on either Peacock or Paramount, but I think it might also be on Tubi and all that stuff now. Like when it first came out, it was just on whatever company, made the movie. It's on Peacock.
It says it's free on Fandango at Home, too.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, and Prime.
You can probably watch it without ads on Peacock, but you can watch it free with ads on Fandango and Prime, I believe. So there you go, folks. That is it for today. If you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe, rate and review. Check out our webpage, mmftg.com, and our Patreon, patreon.com/mmftg. We need to do some more Patreon content. We're a little behind on that.
Yeah, we need what Planet of the...
We need to do the TV show and the cartoon, and then we need to do... So we're going through Planet of the Apes movies. On our Patreon, we do other stuff, not just monsters, not just kaiju. We do a combination of patron requests and just whatever I feel like doing. The first big thing we did is we went through all the movies mentioned in the Song Science Fiction double feature from Rocky Horror Picture Show, as well as talking about Rocky Horror Picture Show and its sequel, Shock Treatment. And now we're making our way through the Planet of the Apes franchise. We've done all the original movies. We need to do the TV show and the cartoon show, and then we'll do the reboot series. Oh, we also did the Wahlberg monstrosity, right? Yeah,
yes.
we did that one. We jumped past the TV shows to do that, but we'll go back and pick them up. I think I had an idea for something after that, but I don't remember now what it was. So, there you go. So anyway, yeah, if you're a patron, you can enjoy all of that stuff. Until next time, though, I have been Precious D.
And I have been Honey Bee.
Remember to keep calm and take shelter in basements.
And please, don't misuse science.
We won't see you, but you will hear us next time on Monster Movie Fun Time Go. You've been listening to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. If you enjoyed the show, please consider rating and reviewing us on your podcasting platform of choice. You can leave us a message and find links to all our things at mmftg.com.